Da, da, da. Oh, geez. I just wanted it to keep going forever. I don't know about that. I just like that one. I don't even know why, but it's like, it's catchy and it's easy to, scat to.
Groove to it, yeah.
All right, now back to the business here. Hello, everybody. It's Wes and Andy back on our regular time slot here. It's Tuesday night Random Fandom. Glad to have you along if you're joining us for the first time. And if you're a long-time watcher, welcome back. It is Random Fandom episode number 38 for the week of November 7th, 2023. Seems like we were just here a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
Probably because it was that we were just here a couple of days ago. So,
but
compressed prep time, but it's still a full show this week.
It is. It's jam-packed again. Lots of stuff this week.
There is lots to talk about this week. We've got Nolan on YouTube. Hey, guys. And hello to you, Nolan. Thanks for tuning in. Let me see here. What do we want to do? We want to just remind everybody. Oh, yeah, we are live. It is 100% audience participation. So do, just like Nolan, if you're joining us in the chat, you can pose your questions, comments on the platform that you happen to be watching on. We will get to them. And we can't cover all the news every week, and nor do we try. It's just the stuff that catches our attention. If you've got a news entertainment story that you want to talk about, you can talk about that in the chat, or you can hit us up in the WhatsApp link. It is embedded in the description.
And it works. It worked like 3 times last week.
I swear it works now. I feel we have overcome our tech issue with that.
Think we're good there.
All right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
But as always, we like to open the show with a little segment that we like to call
Random Fandom Trivia.
Right. And as always, I never know what's coming, so hit me with it, Andy.
All right, I got one for you here. Let's see here. In the movie Back to the Future, Part 1.
Oh, I get a good chance on this one then.
How many minutes slow are Doc's clocks?
I don't have a good chance on this one. Wait.
Yeah, it's multiple choice, so we got some options for you.
Oh, okay.
Is it A, 25 minutes, B, 7 minutes, or C, 35 minutes?
I know Marty's late for school.
He is.
Because he goes to Doc's place in the morning, blows up the amp. Wow. Scott Pretty, howdy fellas. Hello, Scott. That's an awesome profile picture, by the way. I wish we could blow that up. Can you tell me just quickly, what is that you are doing in that photo? Because that's an awesome looking photo.
Manhunting.
It could be. In Back to the Future, Part 1, how many minutes slow are Doc Brown's clocks? 25 minutes, 7 minutes, or 35. That's a good. Oh, airsoft. That totally makes sense.
Nice.
I mean, that airsoft. Sorry, I'm just kind of fascinated with the photo. Airsoft from the Wild Wild West, by the looks of it. In the Wild Wild West.
I remember that song.
Man, I'm gonna say, I'm just shooting. I'm just kind of because I don't remember. I haven't watched it in a while. Yeah. 35 minutes? 35? I'm guessing. 35.
Anybody home? Any takers?
I don't know.
All in for all in.
35. I'm doubling down.
All right. Well, unfortunately, no. It is 25 minutes.
25 minutes, eh?
25 minutes. Just enough to make Marty late.
You think you know a movie.
Yep.
And then, well, that's okay. That's okay. Scott Pretty, a new field just opened in Minden called The Compound.
Cool.
That's an interesting. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm in shape enough to even try airsoft.
Sure you are. You can go get shot.
Be air slow. Can I just camp out and be a sniper? Can I do that?
Sure, why not?
I probably wouldn't be a very good one with my old man eyes now.
Just put your glasses on.
There was a time when I could shoot.
Not anymore. Start playing some first-person shooters. Get back.
Oh, no. That is not a fair. No.
You have to do it with the Wii. Get the little controller, line up your shot.
Yeah. Or PSVR, I guess.
Yeah, that too.
That'd be a good one.
Yep.
Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed Random Fandom Trivia. Stick around a little bit later in the show and we'll have our weekly word game lexicon. I've got a new nonsensical word for you this week that you can try and guess the correct definition for, but that's coming up a little bit later on.
Mhm.
What do we got this week, Andy? Where are we starting?
We're starting actually not where we usually start. We
Wait,
don't have any deaths.
No
this
celebrity deaths to report on this week?
week. Not celebrity.
Oh,
There
okay,
was
all
one
right.
that came to my attention really, really late, like minutes before the show.
Okay.
One of the stuntmen from Wakanda Forever
Oh,
passed
really?
away a week ago.
Was it work
And,
related? Well, probably
no,
not.
car
Nobody's
accident.
working. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
But I
tragic.
guess he had also worked on Avengers Endgame and a couple other ones too. So
Sure. I think a lot of actors, when they find that person, especially if it's someone that looks like them,
yeah,
they tend to stick with them and sort of drag them along
Yeah.
with them across multiple productions. Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Come absolutely, you can snipe. I'll loan you a sniper. Oh,
There
wow,
you
that's
go.
cool. That's cool. I will consider that. I will consider it. I got to get a few things done before I'm fully functional, like potentially a surgery, but that's another story.
Fair enough.
But I will not forget that. Thank you very much. I appreciate the offer.
So first up on our docket here, they've announced the next MCU show that's coming after Loki.
I thought it was
What
going to be.
if
Wait,
season
whoa. I
Yeah.
thought we were going to Echo.
No, Echo's not until January or February,
Oh, so we're
But
going to get another
gonna
what
get-
if?
just in time for the holidays.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Was there any talk about what the episodes might look like?
No synopsis yet. Just that the Watcher continues the journey as a guide through familiar universes and not familiar universes, and
Oh man,
more cast is coming back to reprise their roles.
with the what are they're calling this one, the multiverse saga? Is that what they're
I
calling it?
believe so.
So we went from the Infinity Saga to the Multiverse Saga. With the Multiverse Saga starting to wind down or build towards the
reset.
what if is such a great way to throw more elements
Yeah.
of stuff
Like
that we could be looking forward to.
Yeah.
Are
And there is a lot to look forward to this
we
week.
talking about the Captain Marvel trailer this week?
Yes, we are.
Okay, 'cause
That's
I've got-
one of our last ones. Because
I've got
it's
some
big.
questions.
Yeah.
I got questions.
But yeah, so we won't have to wait until next year for another Marvel.
Well,
property. It'll be, just in time for Christmas.
Not gonna lie, I liked
Season 1 was
I liked
good.
What If. I did. I liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I've always liked the comics, so it
I
makes sense
suspect that this will be probably a similar caliber.
I think so.
I can't imagine why it
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
But,
By the way, about Loki, are you watching?
I am.
What do you think?
I like it.
I do as well. It's been really good.
And based on last week's episode, is like coming down to the wire here.
I read a Facebook post from a friend of mine who said, and I agree. I used the exact same word, and I didn't realize that was a thing. He said the spaghettification.
Yep.
The spaghettification of Loki might be the best effect in a while. And
It's
I'm
right
like,
up there with
I
dusting.
That's what I said. I'm like, ooh, spaghettified.
Speaking of, the latest episode of Rick and Morty focuses pretty heavy on spaghetti.
I thought you were going to tell me you had spaghetti for dinner.
Well, they did.
Oh, okay. I'm still behind, but
Catching up.
I have Stack TV now. I can watch it.
Nice.
I can actually watch it. So
Nice.
I will be looking forward to getting caught up right after I finish Foundation on Apple Plus, because man, that's amazing.
Nice. I don't have Apple Plus, so
If you like Isaac Asimov as an author, it's an adaptation of his Foundation book series.
Okay.
It's very good. Haven't read the books, but the series is freaking amazing. But that's not What If.
No. And this next one is not a what if either.
No.
We talked about it before, but now it seems the wheels are rolling slower because of the strike.
Slow
but
roll.
Barbenheimer is coming.
Barbenheimer. This is going to be look at that. D cup a bomb. There you go. That tells me everything I need to know.
Yeah, from
right
Full Moon
there.
Features. So it's right up there with Puppet Master and
or the one I saw last night. IGN advertised. They showed a trailer for Bad CGI Gator.
Oh, we're talking about that one later. Yeah, that one is the one he's doing or did before this one.
Oh, same guy.
Same guy.
Nice.
So yeah. but he's quoted. He says it's 100% true, but it's also an opportunity to have fun with the bizarre coupling of these two movies and the combination of Barbie's vibe
Yeah.
and the darkness of Oppenheimer. You mix that together and you have such an opportunity for dark humor.
You know, for something that's sprung out of that, you know, basically
A meme,
a catchphrase like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
out of the popular culture of the day.
Yeah. And he admits, he says, it's so silly, but it seems like every other feature is dark and depressing. And it's like, God, we need a little humor going into 2024. So,
you know, maybe that's where all the arts movies are going to land now, is in that BE movie.
maybe.
No, that's not true. But it is a good place to explore stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's going to be cheesy. It's going to be fun, just like the rest of them, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not going to be here for Christmas. It is going to be next year.
That's fine. That'll give me time to catch up and actually see both the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer, which are on my to watch
On your
list.
to watch list.
Mind you, I might be back to the theater this weekend. The Marvel's opening.
Oh, I have to go.
So
Based on the trailer, I've got to go see it.
I can't wait till we get to that part, because I got questions.
There's questions.
I got questions.
Yep. But on the topic of Marvel,
Okay.
the new previews has introduced a brand new Punisher.
I saw this photo and I'm like, I thought we were doing away with the
Frank Castle style Justice.
That, and I mean, I know it's stylistically different, but that's still the skull.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we'd abandoned that.
I think they were trying to downplay it when cops started wearing it on their SWAT armor.
Well, if you've ever been on military operations, let me tell you. Do you know how many Punisher logos I've seen on army vehicles?
Oh no.
Oh, lots. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots.
Yeah. But this new one, it is not Frank Castle. And even in the previews, they say, is this the return of Frank Castle or the start of something else? Because Frank Castle's disappeared after the last series. But the preview does let us know that no, it is not Frank Castle.
Do we have any idea who this person is?
We do. His real name is Joe Garrison, and he is a former SHIELD Black Ops agent.
Interesting.
So
SHIELD agent.
Yeah.
Former SHIELD.
Former SHIELD agent that has decided justice needs
going on my own.
Yep.
That's cool.
So it's written by David Pepose and art by David Watcher and colors by Dan Brown. So
I've always been fascinated with the Punisher as a byproduct of the Vietnam War, but now, I mean, are we far enough removed from the Vietnam War? Like, when you recontextualize the Punisher, do you frame him post 9/11? Like, how do you frame this character now to make him relevant in 2023?
Well, I think that's what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
But whether or not it works, we'll see. Because
next thing you know, it'll be, we'll be punishing them at the polls. He'll be the voter, not the Punisher.
It's like that one post I saw today. It said, change one word in a movie title or something to make it boring.
The voter.
The voter. Not the Punisher, the voter.
The voter.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, it's Adam from Go Figure. Hello, gentlemen. Am I alone? Because I love the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
No, that was a great one.
I think that's got to be, that has to get added to my must rewatch list, because I can't say I have fond memories. I have some memories.
I have memories of him riding his bike through a sewer.
I mostly have memories of him as a prisoner. The Asian lady telling him about, she's quite profane when she says it too.
I don't remember
something about her people were, the lords of the land, while your people were still fornicating the sheep. I think that was in the Lundgren Punisher.
Maybe
I'm getting my movies confused.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
We'll put that on our list of things to go through, along with that Wonder Woman, the Adrian Palicki Wonder Woman thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
What's the I always thought that Rutger Hauer in Blind Fury should have been that Daredevil. Oh yes. Listen, talking about, if you bring up Rutger Hauer and you bring up his name in conjunction with Marvel, if we're going to go that far back, he is my Magneto.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Rutger Hauer as Magneto. Oh yeah.
Not just a hobo with a shotgun.
Well, I'm talking like, go back to sort of like the height of his, not the height of his career, because arguably Blade Runner is the height of his career, but like Lady Hawk Rutger Hauer, like he's still, yeah, he's pretty cool. I would like that.
Nice.
It's on my fantasy cast. I think when we did the fantasy cast episode, 2 years ago?
It'd be something like that.
Yeah, I did talk about that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, this next one is weird. Oh, what's that?
Oh, oh, Rutger Hauer as Magneto. Just repaint the Lady Hawk armor. Yes, absolutely.
There you go. This is a story of a dude who's seeking a wife.
Oh wait,
But,
I think I saw something about this.
It's pop culture adjacent, and I can't tell if this is satire or serious
Because of how bizarre it is.
This is very bizarre.
Yeah.
Dr. Billy Little has posted on his Facebook that God has instructed him to take a wife to be as a helpmate in his ministry and to birth more children for him. He's got over 9,000 followers, so he says, let's give this a try.
So somewhere, and you got to wonder, of that following, how much of it is just, through the looking glass because it's so batshit out of there, like out of there.
It might be because on this particular post, there's 11,000 responses.
Yeah.
And every one of them is the laugh face emoji.
11,000 laughing emojis.
Yeah. But his pitch, it goes like
but
this.
only 9,000 followers.
Yeah. So he's reaching past his following. His post goes like this. My name is Dr. Billy Little. I'm 78 years old, and I'm an alpha male Christian Republican seeking a single white female, age 18 to 25, must be Christian, virgin, Republican, submissive, unemployed, and willing to take care of my motel room while I'm out ministering.
Motel room.
Yes. No tattoos, piercings, and no Harry Potter fans allowed.
Oh, boy. Adam says, with a name like Willie Little, not sure he's putting the best foot forward. No.
Well, it gets better because some of his other posts include, and this is word for word, I used to suck dicks for drugs, but now I'm only sucking up God's blessings. I used to have balls in my mouth for crack, but now I only have praises for the Almighty God in my mouth. Glory to him.
This is bizarre to me in the sense that, like, even if it was, can you even put this in the satire category?
I don't know.
I don't know
it's
either.
So bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, Adam, as a pastor, I do not endorse the fellow.
Fair enough.
I take your word for it.
But
I agree.
Here's the other thing. You can join him every Saturday night at 7 p.m. in room 19 of the Starlight Motel in Bodie, California, for a night of DPing with other Christian males.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So wait.
And that's not what you think it means. It means devotion and prayer.
So what, can you tell me where that is again?
Bodie, California.
Spell Bodie. Where is that?
Bodie, California.
Bodie, California.
Nolan says, wow. But yeah, like,
well, it actually exists. It's a real place. They have a Facebook page. That's awful. I mean, road trip. I'm going back to Cali.
For a
to
night
Cali.
of DPing with other Christian men.
Blah, 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 blah.
So, like if he's legitimately seeking a wife, I guess good on him. But
yeah.
That's a pretty high list of demands.
Listen, I mean, I have friends who live in the United States who are, who are foreign nationals. I also have friends, American friends. None of the people I know, I don't think could endorse this guy. The weird thing is, as weird as this is
not the weirdest.
Something tells me there's probably somebody out there who will go for it.
Maybe. A couple of people actually commented on the thread and said, a virgin that's 18 to 25, good luck in this day and age.
Yeah.
But,
Adam says all the way to Cali to play Nicky Night Doors at a motel.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, ladies 18 to 25, if you meet his criteria and you want to go clean a hotel room, you know where to go.
On one hand, you want to sort of give the guy some credit for getting away from drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Assuming that
is like legitimate.
Right.
And he's not just being crude for the sake of being shock value.
On the other hand, like
when he says come over for a DP session.
That's
yeah.
That's a big no. All right.
All right, moving on.
Please.
This next
Please.
one is actually kind of neat.
Okay.
For gamers out there, you know, you got the headsets, you got the microphone.
Oh, we're talking video gamers.
We're talking
Okay.
video gamers.
I still,
And
you know, when you say gamer, I still revert to like pens and pencils and
like
dice.
D&D and
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but no, this is specifically for like headset and microphone gamers.
Okay.
What was this guy's? I can't remember his name, but he has come up with a new technology called crunch cancellation, so that when people are eating Doritos,
What?
there's an AI algorithm that searches for that particular crunch
And we'll remove it.
Removes it from the audio feed.
So this is something that you would run on your PC.
Yes.
Oh.
This is like an additional software.
Screw you, console gamers.
Yeah, for now.
Mute your microphone when you're eating your chips.
But that's the other thing. It only recognizes Dorito crunches at this moment.
Only Dorito crunches. And is it only when they're chewed a very specific way?
Well,
like
you go crunch, 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 right? But he's
each
got like
chip
a little,
is worth 3 crunches.
at least 3 crunches, yeah. But the Doritos, I guess, is in part like actually in on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
They're endorsing it. Oh, there it is. The software is developed by Dylan Fashbaugh.
Fashball?
Yeah, he trained the AI with the sound of over 5,000 different Dorito crunches in the course of half a year.
I wonder, did he do all the research himself?
Maybe. Things you do for research, right?
That's right.
But yeah, research showed that 46% of UK adults dislike the sound of other people eating, and 35% of UK adults find the sound of others crunching on snacks distracting. And you know, you can't blame them, especially if you've got a headset on.
As a gamer, as a casual gamer, and again, this goes back to the console thing, all joking aside, there were times when I was playing online in like 16 player lobbies for a racing game, and some people, you could tell, you know, their equipment was either okay or not okay, but you could hear like the family dog or the kids banging in the back, or like just like
Background.
some other things that maybe you don't want to hear, right? So I can definitely appreciate this for what it is. Again, though, most headsets have a mute button.
Yeah,
you could just mute it, because unless you're like, if you're let's say you're a first person shooter.
Yeah.
Are you really giving like
full attention to it if you're snacking?
Like, are you calling like battle drills while you're eating your chips? I don't think so.
That's what the drills are called.
Adam says the Doritos Crunch was the name of my high school metal band. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, we got TJC with us.
TJC in the house. Evening, gents. Evening to you, sir.
But yeah, you know, this software, it's free, and there is a link in our show notes if you want to go check it out. Free for use on PCs. And
cool.
You know,
that's very cool.
Get rid of that crunch noise. Next up is a misleading one. I guess the listing on the Best Buy website implied that the remake of Silent Hill 2 was going to include an origin story for Pyramid Head.
Not so.
Not so. They've actually removed the listing now, but it did state that he was going to be a playable character in an origin story, but it was just a miscommunication between Konami
the developer
and
okay
Best Buy.
I was going to say, because that's the kind of thing that has to come from somewhere. That,
yeah,
you know, Best Buy didn't just create that.
Yeah.
They were fed that by somebody.
Yeah. Ty Chris 2 said, because of the way it was written, people think that it's saying he's getting his own origin story.
Right.
And I don't know why, but he says, which, to be fair, is a very stupid idea, which I don't know. I'd like to know his origin story. Why did he get a pyramid for a head?
That's true. We got Red over on YouTube. What's Red saying there? Oh, wait, are we going to talk about the new Apes trailer?
We talked about that last week.
We did talk about it last week. I have since gone out and watched the trailer a couple of times. Nice. We are so close. Listen, we can segue. Let's talk about it right now. I know we talked about it last week.
But why not?
Adam wants to talk about apes. We're talking about apes.
Everyone loves apes.
We are so close to being full circle with that trailer about essentially getting a straight up remake of the original film. And I kind of wonder if that's what we're working towards.
I don't know. Like, to see to actually have it go in order and not have to be some sort of weird time travel where they throw them back and then create the loop.
Well, I mean, we would just set it in whatever year it is.
Yeah.
But
Because like the original, that's what they did, right?
yeah.
This time
I-
we don't have to.
I like the idea. I mean, I would say that the Planet of the Apes films, the remakes, are some of the strongest
Oh,
reboot
awesome.
movies probably going.
Yeah. Like
Certainly of the
especially
last.
performances out of John Lithgow and
Oh yeah.
Franco in the first one.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Really set the tone. Obviously, Andy Serkis, the godfather of mocap, is in there.
Yeah.
Um, not necessarily attached to this one though.
Not that I've seen, no.
I can't imagine that he won't have some
Some
involvement
sort
though,
of
whether
input
it's
or something like,
I'd
hey,
said,
you play an ape like this.
yeah, like maybe he'll be a consultant or something. Or
Yeah.
what she was on Godzilla.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm all for it. I'm definitely down for more apes.
Mm-hmm.
More apes. Cornelius this time, actually.
Yes. So son of
Caesar's son. Planet of the Apes is my all-time favorite franchise. Talking about the original Planet of the Apes movies, I went and bought that box set when it was on for like it was nothing. I think it was like here $2 and you can take it. Like it was so cheap, right? No, it wasn't. I'm just kind of kidding, but it was super cheap though.
Christmas. So.
Yeah, but it was super duper cheap, and I sat there and I think I watched one every night.
Nice.
For what, the five nights I think to cover the films. For a film franchise, and let's be realistic here. Planet of the Apes is essentially the first film franchise.
Yeah.
Up until then, sequels weren't really done.
No.
People were looking for new and different properties.
And it was weird because like they blew everything up at the end of part 2.
Yeah.
So it was like, how do you go from here? But they managed.
Each movie. Did you watch the documentary? So if you got the box set, each film has one part of the documentary, and altogether it makes one large documentary. Each film in that movie series got a progressively lower budget.
Yeah.
But because the budgets kept shrinking, the movies stayed profitable every time, and even the bad ones made money.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting lesson in filmmaking. The original 5 are so watchable. Yeah, they really are.
Right.
Yeah.
Circling back to Red's
going back
here.
to Red from YouTube says, let's be fair, Wes. We've both definitely received orders from someone with a mouthful of trail mix or spits before. It's one thing to be told to go and do something, but I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever been in a formal orders group taking notes where someone was like, mission. Like, no. But yes, I get what you're saying. And yes, it's still funny.
There you go. But yeah, so no origin story for Pyramid Head.
No origin for Pyramid Head.
But,
well.
We're still getting a remake of Silent Hill 2, so that's cool.
Which means I should probably play it. Oh, wait, is it going to be a PlayStation
PS5.
exclusive?
I believe so.
Well, I guess I won't be playing it.
Yeah.
You can tell me all about it.
Well, I don't.
When you catch up.
I got 2 PlayStations to go through first.
You get two machines to catch up on.
I'm not done with the PS3 yet. I keep saying I'm going to play that Grand Theft Auto 4 and beat it, but this next one here, this is basically the end of an era, and I guess it ended quietly, but people are finally starting to notice.
Just catching on now.
Yeah. Homer Simpson will no longer strangle Bart.
Is it really a bad thing?
No, not at all.
I didn't think so.
No, but after 34 years, they're stepping away from that. I guess running gag, if you want to call it. But
so wait, I'm looking at this tweet here from Simon A. Baby Lamb Creations. I just found out after over 30 years, The Simpsons has finally retired their long-running gag of Homer strangling Bart.
Yep,
took them long enough. Did he put the research in and go back to find out when the last strangulation was?
They did.
Oh,
actually, because in one of the most recent episodes, season 35, episode 3, titled McMansion and Wife,
okay,
which aired October 22nd, Homer reveals that he's finally changed his ways after him and Marge go and visit their new neighbor, Thayer. And they introduce himself, and Thayer comments on how firm his handshake is.
Years of strangling the boy.
And that's what he says. You see, Marge, strangling the boy paid off. But then he adds, just kidding, I don't do that anymore.
I don't.
Times have changed.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah.
Still a good way to leverage a joke out of it, though.
It is. But like the last time he actually strangled the boy was in season 31, back in the season between 2019 and 2020.
Oh, so it's still in the recent.
Yeah, so it's only a few years ago that he
Yeah,
quit.
yeah.
But it was in the season. Oh wait, what was it here? David. Oh, verbal diarrhea. What are you doing?
It'll come to you.
They tried to tackle it prior to that as well, back in
Okay.
season 22.
Sure.
Back in March of 2011, with the season 22 episode "Love Is a Many Strangled Thing."
Yep.
And in that episode, for whatever reason, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is there teaching Homer a lesson, and he strangles Homer, saying, "See how this feels. This is what you're
Okay.
doing to the boy." And the result is he can't do it to Bart anymore.
Interesting.
So
Got a lesson from a basketball legend.
yeah,
All right.
well,
He was one of Bruce Lee's students.
ooh, but kind of neat moving forward, keeping the characters evolving and
Yeah, and I mean, keeping them sort of.
with the times.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
I admittedly have been disconnected from The Simpsons for many, many seasons. It doesn't resonate with me anymore.
apparently the later seasons are starting to come back around to really entertaining.
I was really into it when the joke was, well, it's the Homer Simpson show.
Yeah,
That's sort of, like when the seasons were still in the single digits or even like
Yeah.
low double digits. Yeah.
and then they started branching off into like the Lisa episode, the Bart episode, the
I
Marge
think by the
episode.
time that they hit the Simpsons movie, that was sort of I had already sort of like, it was waning for me.
Mm,
And I watched the movie just because it's like, oh, they're getting a movie after all this time. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
fair
But
enough.
afterwards, it just kind of fell
Yeah,
off the
fair
off the
enough.
radar for me.
Fair enough. This next one's kind of weird. Batman officially has a new secret identity.
What?
Yeah. Bruce Wayne, no more.
So what is it's Batman is no longer Bruce Wayne?
Nope. He has abandoned the Bat family.
He's passed the
And
mantle,
kind of.
or somebody's just taking it up.
Well, basically, he's put Nightwing and Batgirl in charge of the Bat family, and he is taken off under this new identity, and he's trying to stop the Joker for good.
Oh,
Yeah,
without being Batman.
without being Bruce Wayne. So there's no
Oh,
attachment to like Dick Grayson or his son Damian.
so is he adopting a new persona for this?
He's going by the name Lenny, and he's just some average dock worker with a fake mustache and gray hair.
Funny, did we not see Kevin Conroy do that in the animated series at one time? Go undercover like that?
I believe so.
I wonder if that's a nod to him.
It might be, but yeah, it's kicking off with Batman number 139, and there's another thing going on where his alternate personality, Zuran R, which
Sure, isn't that the multicolored
the multicolor rainbow Batman? Yeah,
right.
yeah, is basically trying to take over his body.
Oh, really?
So with him getting rid of Bruce Wayne and focusing on the Batman side of it, it could lead to a story about that where he's basically
That's
fighting
interesting.
himself.
That I guess so, yeah.
But I guess that'll be like way down the road. But
I thought you were going to tell me that when you said he put Nightwing in charge, I'm like, oh, so Dick Grayson's going to be Batman.
no,
And
he's
that I can get behind.
Yeah.
But no,
he's just going to be Nightwing, and he'll be the new father figure of the Bat family.
So now Bruce Wayne is now on a solo crusade to stop the Joker
for good.
permanently.
Yeah.
Without being Batman.
Well, no, he'll still be Batman, but he will be a very more vicious, more driven.
Interesting.
Solely focused on the Joker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I'm going to wait to see how it plays out, but
I like Batman.
Yeah.
I also like Bruce Wayne. I don't know if I like them, metaphorically divorced like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they tried it before with the Death in the Family, I think it was.
Yeah, it's
both him and the Joker were trapped in the cave-in, and when they came out, neither one of them remembered who they were.
Right.
But
it's the thing that keeps Batman from going too far.
Well, that's what Red says here.
Yeah. Oh, calling it now. He breaks his one rule. Well,
could be.
Maybe.
Could be the thing that pushes him over the top.
Maybe, but like you say, we've experimented with that in the past. So
yeah,
I hope it's cool, whatever the take is on it.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But next up here, I guess this came out, and within a day, it got flipped.
Oh,
so what came out was that Microsoft was going to start charging
I saw
its
that
employees for
yesterday.
their Xbox Game
I
Pass.
saw that yesterday.
But within a day, the upper management flipped and said, no, we're not going to charge you after all. So,
I mean, for the size of the company, you think they could afford to comp
you
their
would
people?
think so.
And you got to imagine that not everybody that works for Microsoft is a gamer.
No,
So,
but there's 238,000 Microsoft employees that have access
wow.
to this Ultimate Game Pass.
Okay, well, let me just do the math on this because
$16.99 per month.
is that US?
Yep.
16.90. Okay, you didn't do the math, did you?
I did not do the math.
Well, let me do it for you right now. 16.99 US times how many?
238,000.
238. 1, 2, 3. 200. That's $4 million a month.
Ooh, times 12.
Times 12. That's $48,523,440 a year.
Well, seeing as they just bought Blizzard, maybe they need the money.
That is a lot. Wow,
Yeah.
that's staggeringly a lot.
Yeah, but like I said, within the day they walked it back, and they're like, no, we're going to honor that. If you have the Game Pass offer today, you will continue to have access.
Okay.
So Red says, how do you start a strike in one sentence? JFC Microsoft.
What? JFC Microsoft. Yeah, really.
Oh yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Like, it's almost like the Christmas bonus. And then in Christmas Vacation, somebody got out the rubber hose and was going to beat him to death with it.
Fill it with sand.
But yeah, it was Phil Spencer who stepped in and reversed the decision. So
yeah. Oh, looks like Red's got something. Speaking of Blizzard, how high is your tolerance for World of Warcraft? Because I have news.
I saw there was a new trailer or something released
for the new expansion.
I think so.
We did talk about that.
I think Red called in
on the call in last week. Yeah, we talked a bit about that.
Call in now, Red. Let's talk.
We're here now. Now's the time. Don't keep me waiting.
And while we're waiting, moving on here. Scarlett Johansson is taking legal action against an AI app that is misusing her likeness.
Oh, this is interesting stuff.
This is interesting. This is going to be groundbreaking too.
There we go. Here's Cal coming in. Oh, he's calling on the actual phone.
Ooh.
Hello, you're live on Fandom Power.
I mean, who am I to refuse the call?
Exactly.
Well, we're talking Microsoft and the Blizzard acquisition, and we did talk a little bit about World of Warcraft last week. Is this new news?
So between last week and today was BlizzCon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I think they knew that they were kind of losing people's interest because they just dialed it up to 11 and blew the roof off of World of Warcraft players' minds.
Neat.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. Tell me what we're talking about because I have no context for what you're saying.
So normally when a BlizzCon comes up and you're getting near the end of an expansion, everyone's like, okay, they're going to announce something for the next expansion and stir up some hype.
Some stuff.
First of all, they brought back Chris Metzen, who was one of the original designers, and he's now the lead of World of Warcraft's overarching universe.
Okay.
They've put him back in charge. Everyone's very, very happy about this.
Now, is are we talking strictly where gaming is concerned or like across multiple media?
He's the Bible.
Oh, he's the Kevin Feige of World of Warcraft.
Correct.
Okay.
So they brought him back in, and he comes out on stage and he gives this great speech about how, people have been talking about things, and these are a bunch of threads that have been dropped, and we're really putting our hearts into this. And he goes, oh, by the way, we're not going to tell you about the next expansion. We're going to tell you about the next 3 expansions.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So they gave us a synopsis of each of the expansions. They gave all 3 titles, and then he's like, oh, and here's the cinematic for the next expansion. And even if you're not a World of Warcraft fan and you don't really have a context for what's going on, like,
And I really
you should
don't.
watch this cinematic,
Okay.
because in it is one of the best depictions of somebody with PTSD that I have ever seen.
Really?
It was incredible. And the level of fidelity on the graphics, like Blizzard cinematics are always insane, but it looked photoreal. Like, it was crazy.
Oh, that's always impressive. But I like CGI, so that's an easy one for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely worth a look. It's called World of Warcraft: The War Within.
Okay.
And if you've got, I think it's like a 3-minute trailer. It's just this very quiet little moment, and it sets up the next expansion. But even without context, like, you can sort of get a feel of what's going on.
Oh, that's good.
I think you might appreciate it.
Well, it sounds good. I will definitely look into that.
Alrighty.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
That's my 2 cents.
Cool.
Cheers.
All right. Well, we'll
night, boys.
Catch you on the next one. Cool. So, lots going on for World of Warcraft fans.
I have to give it a look.
I
like
love
a good trailer.
I wanted so desperately to be a part of that type of gaming space, that big giant online community, and it just didn't work out. Star Wars Galaxies was my thing, and when they nerfed it, I was so disheartened. I couldn't bring myself. And I think Star Wars Galaxies for me was the because it was a new game at the time. I was getting into it as it was evolving.
Yeah. So
whereas World of Warcraft was sort of
coming in kind of late. To the
game. Like, to come into it now, and
you're a noob.
I don't even know how old it is at this point. We're talking over decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would feel so out of place, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm all for more media.
Yeah. But this one here.
Right. Talking about Scarlett Johansson.
We're not all for our media here. This is she's the first one apparently, but she won't be the last to take legal action against these AI apps.
Yeah.
And parent companies that are using it. This particular one is an artificial intelligence image generating app called Lisa AI, 90s yearbook and avatar.
Okay.
And it posted a 22-second ad featuring Scarlett on Twitter on October 18th or 28th. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the actors reps, they confirmed, no, she has nothing to do with this.
Really?
And, lawyers are on the case.
Enough people questioned.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're supporting that now?
And that's a heartfelt no. Well, I mean, sort of segue to that. I don't know if it's on our list tonight, but I mean, the final and best deal that
yeah.
And that's one of the issues is they're still not seeing eye to eye on AI. Well, I support Scarlett in putting the fucking screws to them.
Yeah.
Go get them.
Because, like, if it gets through, like, this is a benchmark that's going to set, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If she loses, then the floodgates are going to open.
Well,
and AI software is just going to go crazy.
Again, we've talked about it as, calling it Pandora's box. And I think that analogy is very apt.
Yeah.
By the way, there's another thing going on with her.
Is there?
Sure. They're talking about potentially hiring her back to the MCU.
Well, yeah, they got to have her back for Black Widow.
They bring her back along with her. Oh, it's never too late. I will drag you through. Thank you, Red. I appreciate that. Drag. You have to, because I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess there's stuff in California for its privacy laws and rights.
Yeah.
And one of them is unauthorized use of one's name, voice, signature, photograph, or likeness for the purpose of advertising or promotion.
This is where I wonder if they're going to try and push this stuff through under the fair use and parody laws in the US, right? Which are fairly robust and protect artists like guys like Weird Al and other people who do stuff under parody. But that's not
no, that's like stealing your image.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that.
And like, she's the second one recently who's been subject to it. Tom Hanks got, used for a dental plan ad with an AI version of himself saying,
talking dentistry.
Yeah, come get your teeth cleaned at this guy. But
oh boy.
Yeah.
People have no
yeah.
Like, it's just unethical.
It is.
It just is.
I mean, I understand you're never going to be able to afford like the rates and stuff for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
high profile actors, but
we can't afford to hire Tom
can
Hanks.
you afford
Let's
to be
just
sued?
yeah, we can't afford Tom Hanks, so let's just borrow his likeness.
Yeah.
Not good.
No. And another end of an era.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Season 4 of Superman and Lois has been
Oh,
confirmed
yeah. You just
to
sent this
be
over
the
yesterday.
last
And I'm
of,
like, I am so out of touch with this because short of their appearances on Supergirl, I have no idea what's going on.
it's been a really good series.
Has it been? Yeah.
They've replaced the one son with season 3, but
Was that like, did they age the kids up or something and had to replace them?
no, I think there was something with the actor. He
Oh,
just
okay,
didn't want to do it
okay.
anymore, so they needed
That's
a
fair. That's
replacement.
fair.
But yeah,
That's fair.
season 3 ended with basically Superman versus Doomsday about to happen.
Right.
So we've got to wrap that up, and they've got season 4 to do it.
That is true.
So if they're going to run like the Superman, like the death of Superman, then Superman Returns,
Yeah.
they've got 10 episodes to get it done.
Do you do a live action interpretation of that? Like, I mean, it's
they've already done it with the Superman v Batman.
Sure,
it's a version of it.
And DC Warner Animation has done the death of Superman
multiple times,
twice for sure.
Yeah, they did the single version based on like the Bruce Timm art.
Yeah.
And then they did a second one with a more anime style where they split it up into the death and then the reign of the Superman.
That's right. Which I liked both of them, to be honest. But yeah. Speaking of Superman, one thing I can say, and I can say this because I did see him in Supergirl. Tyler Hoechlin might be one of the best Supermen.
Definitely.
He's really
he's knocked it out. Like I didn't at first think he'd do that great, but he's knocked it out of the park.
You know, when you think of like superhero shows in the CW and you think sort of, budget superhero shows, and then you're like, okay, it's Supergirl. Superman has to show up at some point.
Yeah, you would think so.
And when he does, you're like, oh, it was quite surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's carried an entire show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's done the Superman character. He's also done the Bizarro because they featured him as well.
Right.
So he's doing double duty there. But this final 10 episode season will be the last CW DC
show.
Last
of the CW superhero shows
of the Arrowverse.
Black Lightning's done.
Black Lightning is done as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Stargirl is done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that was on for us in Canada. That was on Prime Video.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, Prime Video.
Yeah. But I'm still gonna watch the last season, unlike some other stuff where
I dropped The Flash because it was just so like
true. But I saw that one through to the end.
I wanted to. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Lots of time jumping shenanigans. So
okay.
Yeah. But we don't have a lot, but how about some toy?
Are we changing gears? All right, I'm ready for a gear change.
All right. Well, you remember we talked about the Ghostbusters HasLab project
last week?
And
Yeah.
Thursday. Describe what the tiers.
Oh, do we have a
tier 1 has been unlocked?
Oh, well, that didn't take very long.
No.
So what? Within a week?
Yeah, basically you get the supernatural startup unlock.
Okay, so let's run through this. What are we talking about?
So you end up getting a blueprint poster for both the Ghost Trap and the PKE meter.
Poster.
Ghostbusters inspired sticker sheet.
Stickers. Oh boy.
Screen accurate no ghost patch for your shoulder of your favorite flight suit.
Okay.
And then you also get I'm guessing the Camp Wakanda Raise Occult books and whatnot are part of the stickers.
Oh man.
But
okay. That's pretty weak for an unlock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People complained when the Rancor didn't get funded that the stretch goal was a bunch of bones.
Yeah. This is
for everybody who complained about getting bones. There is nothing there that somebody who's savvy could not produce themselves.
These days, yes.
That's what I mean.
But if you go back to the days of G.I. Joe when you get a vehicle and you would get a blueprint with it,
that
was awesome.
I like the G.I. Joe blueprints. I'm not gonna lie.
So I mean, maybe they're trying to hit on that vein.
I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just saying, maybe the G.I. Joe thing's not a good analogy because that was a retail thing. Yeah. And it was in every box.
It was.
This is a crowdfunding thing, and this was an unlocked tier. They don't weigh even.
It should be included to begin with.
Absolutely. This should have been and the first, whatever the funding goal was, everybody should get one of those.
Yeah.
Everybody that bought it gets one.
Yeah.
Well, now they will because it's been unlocked. But
yeah.
Stickers.
stickers and a blueprint.
Stickers should
a
not
patch.
be. Oh, and a patch, right? But I could go to any convention and buy
Oh.
that patch.
You could go to any you know,
Yeah, I could get it
like
online.
what's used to be what, San Diego, the store.
Oh,
like a novelty
yeah,
type
yeah,
store.
like
Sometimes-
Spencer's or
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
right. Or the what used to be the It store
Yes.
way back when.
Yeah,
I missed the It store.
I know. I miss Talese too, or not Talese, Excess Cargo.
Excess Cargo.
Remember them? They were like a liquidator.
I don't think I do.
They had everything from
Oh,
like
okay.
home appliances to toys to musical instruments.
Oh, so kind of like the treasure hunt places.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, so-
this should not be an unlock for a crowdfunding thing. This just does not.
No.
Subpar, Hasbro. Subpar.
But the next two unlocks are the secure receptacle ghost trap holder,
Which
whatever
we're
that
still
is.
trying to argue: is it
Is it
the
that thing,
stand thing
or-
in the picture, or is it
Yeah.
something else? You know,
And
I
then-
would hate for it to be what's in the picture, and they've already showed it off.
Yeah. And the same thing with the third tier is the PKE holster. And if
Holster.
that's it,
Holster suggests something that's wearable.
yeah, like a belt.
Like I'm
Unit.
hoping that is what we're talking about. Like, because in the movie, Ray's got the stuff on his belt.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a way to carry it around. I'm hoping that that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Stickers as an unlock. Boo.
Boo, indeed.
Yeah.
This next one, though, I'm interested in this one.
Okay.
NECA has revealed their next Universal Monsters, and it's the creature from the Black
Oh.
Lagoon in black and white.
So wait, we just talked about the turtle one last week.
Yeah,
They would look pretty good beside each
they
other.
would.
They've done the black and white thing before, though,
They have,
with
they-
their
the Frankenstein
and the Bela Lugosi
Yeah, the-
Dracula.
But this one, it looks awesome.
It's an easy. I know that the world of action figure collecting is repaints and reuse.
Yeah,
So this is just it's an easy do. Diamond Select did the same thing when they did their line of the Munsters.
they did.
Yeah,
Like
they
both
did.
a version, like the colored version.
They did a black
the
and white. Yeah,
That's
yeah. And in fact, I want to say that there was a gift set in the black and white of everybody.
Hmm.
I got the colored ones.
Still. This next one's a gift set.
Oh,
Coming
okay.
from Super 7 just in time for Christmas.
Yep.
The Run DMC set. It is the three.
In reaction.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
3-pack based on the song from Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis.
So is this a Super 7 exclusive or what is this?
I don't know if an exclusive.
So wait,
but,
when it gets to Toys R Us, that's going to be, well, there's a dog.
no, that's a little reindeer.
Is that part of it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's going to be an upcharge. So we're looking at what, 75 bucks?
Well, if you're doing the full retail price, yeah,
Of
because you got your
course.
322s and another one, right?
Yeah.
But
Nowhere does a 3 3/4 inch 5 POA action figure value at $22.
no.
That still makes me angry.
Yeah.
However,
As neat as they are.
there's not a whole lot of Run DMC action figure merch.
No.
So that's pretty
And,
cool.
and like the detail on here is actually really good because if you go back to the lyrics,
Yeah.
you can see he's holding Santa's wallet, which he finds in the
That's
park.
true.
And
Yeah.
then Santa leaves him a big bag of cash. And then there's the ill reindeer, right?
Yeah.
So, it's spot on that way, but
I like that. I like the nostalgia of that.
yeah,
I don't like the reality of it.
no. This next one is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. So you're going to have to order from America if you want to get it.
I've ordered from Big Bad Toy Store many times and they have always come through for me. So
same here.
I don't have any issue with them.
Yep. Endless Winter Aquaman in the black and white with the accents line.
I'm not a fan.
No?
No, I'm not a fan of that. Either you're all black and white or you're not.
Hmm.
I don't like that. Have you read Endless Winter?
I have not.
No, neither have I.
No. But yeah, it's 7-inch scale, ultra articulation with 22 moving parts, collectible art cards. It's limited to only 3,010
Oh,
pieces.
that's a small. Why the 310?
I don't know for sure. Maybe that's something to do with the
There's
story.
that's a very specific number. Why? I don't know why 3,010.
Yeah, because like for some of them, when they were doing the new 52, it was 5,200, right?
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
interesting. Maybe somebody out there in the fanverse will know the answer to this one.
Hmm. But you had pointed this next one out.
Oh
to me.
man, I am
And
so
we
excited.
talked about it a little bit last week because we got
Yeah,
like,
we
4 of
did.
them,
We saw
but,
the reveal of the first wave of figures.
yeah, but now we have like a catalog type page.
Yeah, Mattel has
for,
basically done a big cross sell for
Turtles of Grayskull.
This is a very interesting. You pointed this out because I didn't look too hard at this, but you said there's somebody missing.
There is somebody missing. In this first wave, we're supposed to be getting mutated He-Man, Leonardo, Donatello, Man-at-Arms, Raphael,
Yeah,
mutated Ram Man, Shredder, Beast Man. I love the name of this, Mouse Jaw.
Mouse Jaw. He's good. I like that.
Slacker, which is a mashup between Faker and Slash.
So is it going to be Slacker or Slaker?
I don't know. Then you get
It's interesting.
Krang and a mutated Moss Man. So noticeably absent is Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
How are you doing the turtle line with not all the turtles?
There's got to be. So I understand that there's going to be some,
like a secondary wave, maybe
some lore that goes with this, some entertainment that goes with this, because as the other toy guys like Pixel Dan have pointed out, that this is the turtles have gone to Eternia. Something has happened. This isn't the turtles reinterpreted like they were always there.
No,
they have physically gone to the world of He-Man and something has happened.
Yeah.
So I suspect that there's a future wave that's going to explain that. Because I mean, you can't have 3 out of 4 turtles.
No, and like isn't there like 7 turtles? 6 or 7?
With the new ones?
Yeah, the 2 new ones at least.
Yeah. Well, I guess it just depends on what era of the turtle lore they're pulling from. I don't know.
Yeah. Still, they look neat.
Yeah, I mean, well, do 7 or does that include Mona Lisa? Does that include Mona Lisa?
I don't know.
The lady turtle.
Maybe.
Isn't that her name?
Mona Lisa? Remember. One of them's got like the little claw type thing, and
right.
I think one of them's got an a yellow mask.
I'm cracking a joke at the 90s turtle TV show that was done by
my god,
Saban.
The one that crossed over with Power Rangers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where they introduced the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Wasn't that her? I want to say it was Mona Lisa.
I can't remember for the life
Red, you're age appropriate for this. Was it Mona Lisa or not?
Yeah.
Still, I'm on the fence. I like crossovers when they're good. I don't like them when they're bad or irrelevant. Yeah. I'm not sure where this falls.
Yeah, because like if they've mutated He-Man, Ram Man, and Moss Man, how do they undo that? Like, do we go back to Turtles 2 and get them to burp?
I don't know. I don't know.
But because it seems weird to leave them in that particular state.
It does. Now, looking at them on this cross-sell poster, I mean, they look pretty cool.
Yeah. Good accessory.
I mean, as action figures
it's kind of weird to see Beast Man as like almost an Egyptian samurai.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I am loving the Mouse Jaw crossover.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
And no Skeletor.
No.
So maybe that's the answer to our Michelangelo, because we've got a He-Man here, but we have no Skeletor and no Michelangelo
and no Splinter, no April.
No. So I'm betting that they're connected somehow.
Probably.
Hopefully there'll be a comic book or something that will lay all of this out. I would definitely.
Yeah, why not?
I'd be down for reading that.
Yep. This next one's kind of cryptic, but I think we can see where it's going.
Oh.
Ramen Toys has posted one that says top, middle, and bottom epitomized by our bread car.
Yeah, the bread car.
And
I've seen this. I've been not following it actively, but I do see their posts. And
are we thinking A-Team here?
Oh, it's 100%. 100%. This is the A-Team van in 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
In fact, they've already shown they did a photo with their I was going to say their Ghost Rider.
Oh,
their Ghost Rider figure. They had it sitting in the driver's seat, so it's going to scale for 6-inch action figures. So, are they going to are they going to knock off the whole team and do the figures for it?
TA or
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Hannibal Jones. Templeton Pick.
And Ears Murdoch.
Yeah, exactly. B.A. Botchus.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not the A team, it's the B team.
The other team.
That's right. The other team.
This one just came to my attention today.
What did?
But revealed last week at Lucha Comics and Games.
Where is that?
Over in Italy.
Okay.
But Hasbro, for the Marvel Legends line, has announced that in 2024, we're going to be getting Empress Lilandra of the Shi'ar.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, is that comic accurate to her?
I believe it is. At the very least, it's pretty representative of the.
I was thinking animated series.
Version.
Definitely kind of.
Considering the figures that they've been releasing lately, like the Build-A-Figure, I think a couple of waves ago was Chode.
Yeah.
He's one of the other ones from like
that's
the
right.
Starjammers and stuff. We've had Gladiator for ages.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah, isn't there a new Gladiator coming out?
Maybe.
I thought I just saw that recently. I could be wrong.
I don't know for sure. But
well, that's cool. I mean, your X-Men fans will probably be all over this one.
But keep this one in mind for later.
This slide?
This particular figure, this character.
Why?
Well, I have a theory.
You gonna tell me?
Well, when we get to it, yeah. But
what, like months from now?
No, later in the show.
Oh, later today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's exciting. That's exciting.
Oh, here we go, Red. Vaccines kicking in.
Vaccines are kicking in. Good night, lads. Always a good show. Thanks, man. Have a good night.
But now it's time to turn the con over to you, sir.
Oh my God, is it time?
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, everybody, it's time again to play Lexicon, the word game where I put up a completely nonsensical word of the English language that also happens to be 100% legit. I'm going to give you 3 definitions. You're going to guess which one is correct. And if I've done my job, I convince you to pick the wrong one, and I pulled off the con. All right. You think I'd have that memorized by now? It's a little different every week.
Close enough.
All right.
Last
week I gave you kind of a bit of a.
It was a curveball.
It was a curveball because last week I had two correct answers. I could not. I mean, when you're using the word popple, you can't not acknowledge the
80
toy line.
80s toys, yeah.
This week might be a little bit more straightforward, but man, it's a doozy. Are you ready for this week's word?
What do you got?
This week we're looking at the word
lickspittle.
That's right. It's
lickspittle.
Lickspittle.
Okay.
Think you've heard it before?
No.
All right.
I've heard lick and I've heard spittle, but not lickspittle.
All right. Well, definition number 1. Here we go.
An archaic term used to describe an obsequious and fawning individual who seeks to gain favor or advancement through excessive flattery and sycophantic behavior.
That's definition number 1. Definition number 2 for lickspittle.
A small, elegant spoon designed for delicate tastings. Lickspittles were traditionally made of solid silver, but modern versions are now commonly made from stainless steel or plastic.
That's number 2. And now for definition number 3.
A term originating in German folklore that refers to a miniature dragon with a penchant for assisting in the preparation of sweets and confections.
Lickspittle. What do you think?
A chocolate making dragon? I don't think it's that one.
Not a chocolate making dragon? What do you mean?
I don't know. If he's licking it, that's not, great for the health code.
Sure.
But
we've got obsequious and fawning individual who seeks to gain favor or advancement through excessive flattery. And then we have a small, elegant spoon designed for tasting and a German folk dragon that makes sweets.
I'm kind of leaning towards number 2.
Number 2.
Well, Red's coming in though.
Oh, Red.
He's not asleep yet.
I mean, I could stay awake for this one. Oh, is that a number 1? Are you're locking in at number 1? Oh, Silver Spider coming in with number 2. So that's 1 for 2 and 1 for 1. Where are you at, Andy?
I'm thinking number 2.
You're going in number 2, elegant spoon.
That way you just give it a little taste.
We got 1 for 1 and 2 for 2. Is there any more for any more on lickspittle? Lickspittle. 100%. It's a real word.
I believe you.
Don't go looking it up. No.
Not yet, anyway.
No, not yet. All right. Well, listen.
Who's the winner?
like I said, last week was a bit of a curveball having 2 correct answers. This week there is only 1 correct answer, and that is definition number 1.
Really?
Yeah, number 1. It's an archaic term used to describe an obsequious and fawning individual who seeks to gain favor or advancement through excessive flattery and sycophantic behavior.
Hmm.
So it like in my world, in my previous profession, we shortened that down to lick, as in like
Bootlicker?
bootlicker, bag licker, whatever you want to call them. But it kind of has its origins in lick spittle, somebody who's looking to basically look at me, trying to impress. So I thought it interesting word anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that has been Lexicon for this week. Tune in next week about this time, and we'll do it all over again when I present you with another completely nonsensical and completely legitimate word, and we'll do it all over again.
Nice.
Back to you, Andy.
Alrighty. So as you were talking earlier, it's been 114 days. Oh,
So I just saw that now read. It does sound a little bit like ass kids. Yeah, it does.
but the SAG-AFTRA is facing
Oh man.
its last, best, and final offer from
Last,
studios.
best, and final. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
so.
like, I don't know. It's basically saying we're done dealing.
I read
Take it or get
through one of the articles on this, and it wasn't 100% clear. Are we winding the strike down or not?
Using language like that might mean you're winding it up.
I think so. I saw a tweet. No, wait. I saw an X'd from Steve Bloom,
Yeah.
the voice actor Steve Bloom, and he said, "Now is the time. We got to stand stronger than ever."
Yeah.
And that kind of made me go, "Oh, is there something happening?" And I looked it up and saw that, yeah, they're not happy.
Yeah, because they did tweet or X'd.
They X'd.
They X'd that the comprehensive protections on artificial intelligence with minimum payments is also to be the highest increase for the guild in the past 40 years.
Okay.
But they're not accepting the offer just yet because like maybe there's not everything they need out of it.
I mean, I can't. There's this whole everybody's circling sort of each other, trying to get the best that they can.
Yeah.
And where AI is concerned, someone's going to lose.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's
one side is going to lose, and if that's the case, both sides are technically going to lose.
I mean, I'm sure there are intellectual property lawyers out there that are like
just chomping at the bit,
or just like really like waiting for this to play out to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, but they're not accepting yet, so maybe this is the time for them to dig in.
I sincerely hope that they get the deal or a deal that they're looking for, and that it doesn't screw everybody over. Because,
and not just like a short-term thing, but like a long.
No, it's got to we won't use AI for 3 years.
Yeah.
No. How about ever?
Yeah.
How about ever? Yeah. Actors are actors.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that plays out.
Funny thing that you're using Tom Cruise on that one. Did you hear the news about Tom Cruise?
I did not.
There's a rumor that Tom Cruise might be exiting Scientology.
Really?
Did you catch that?
I did not.
I should have sent you a link.
Was there a gerbil involved?
Not that I read, but apparently there is some issues around him and his kids, and it pertains to his involvement in Scientology. And I guess he's just, what I understand is that
maybe they got through to him.
He just wants to be a father. And if the barrier to being a good father is his religious views.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's not the religion for him.
Which comes as a very strange, not that Scientology wasn't strange enough, but it's strange considering how much he was basically the face of the church for so long.
He's been like the number one spokes guy for it.
Anyway, I will look it up after the show, and if I can find what I was talking about, I will post it in our social media.
Nice.
Oh no, can't post news. Maybe I'll sneak the text of it in there as a word.
There you go.
As a word post.
Silver Spider.
Tom Cruise new rumor? No way.
This next one here, I guess it's a bit late to the game, but
late to the game.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5's quiet actress has revealed or reflected on the very revealing costume.
Yeah.
And she says, I understand the perspective of people not as happy with how she was portrayed. But
She also makes a point, though, to point out that it was made. Now, how old is this game?
8 years ago.
So, I mean, we were into cancel culture by that point.
Not fully.
No, not fully.
No. But she called working on the game an absolutely wonderful experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just want to pause for a second here. I just want to address Nolan and Scott, who are just getting, or your answers are just coming through now. So I apologize. There is some delay depending on where you're watching, how you're watching, your internet connection. And I'm sorry we didn't get your answers sooner, but congratulations to Nolan, who got the right answer.
That's right.
Scott, I hope it's number 3.
Unfortunately, no.
Nope, it's not a chocolate making dragon.
Yeah. But actor Stephanie Justin has called making Metal Gear 5 wonderful experience. But she thinks the video game landscape has changed quite a lot since then.
Sure.
And, like their portrayal of it, like there is an actual backstory that requires her to wear this.
To be dressed that way.
Yeah. She actually breathes through her skin.
Oh, so the story
So
does
more
facilitate-
skin
okay,
equals
okay.
more breathing equals better sniper, right? But
Yeah, I guess so.
but again, like in today's age, over sexualized, especially for a woman.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever listened or watched any of the interviews with Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear?
I don't believe so.
I don't understand how that man's mind works.
No.
So, I mean, certainly he knows what's going on. If there's a reason for it, if the story facilitates that that's how she's got to look, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. If it's overtly sexualized for the sake of overtly sexualizing her, maybe not so fine.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it, so I can't really say.
Yeah, I still haven't played it yet either.
Well, once again, we'll turn to the fandom.
Yeah.
Anybody got an opinion on this?
Yeah. But she's quoted as saying, I think video games are, in a way, still a sort of fantasy world that you enter. So I definitely respect the choices regarding the quiet appearance, for instance, being quite revealing. But I also understand that the perspective of the people that are not as happy with how she was portrayed. This game came out in 2015 and the game landscape has changed quite a lot since then.
Yeah.
People are looking for more representation and I really get it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
She's also a working actress, right?
Yeah,
And
she
I mean,
also sings as well.
Well, there's a job. Like, do you really have to make that decision for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Am I willing to put on a bikini and get mocapped? Sure.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or do they even need her?
They probably don't even need her to put on a bikini. They just
a
put her in the
mocap
mocap suit and
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not like she didn't do it without, oh, by the way, your character's going to be in a
This.
bikini.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she says it was a great experience, so at least there's that.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah. This next one gives the fans of Stranger Things a bit of hope.
Yeah.
Season 5, they're actually writing it again.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. I mean, we kind of wondered. I did see a thing on the WGA thing on the strike that there may not be, even if the actors were to get back to work like next week.
Yeah.
There was talk that some seasons of television
Are still
could not be saved.
Yeah.
So we're at the point now where if one of your favorites has been affected, well, it's maybe next year.
Yep.
Maybe next year.
Greetings from Derry. What?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. But because the Writers Guild struck their deal, the writers for this are allowed to go back to
work
writing
and start writing.
And they're getting it on with Stranger Things season 5.
I feel like I should take a stab at this.
You really should watch this series.
Yeah.
It's good. It's got like so many D&D references.
Well, even Kim,
80s rock and metal.
My wife said that she'd be up to rewatching it. So maybe that's how I'll do it.
Yeah. So there's no start date as to when they're going to get back to actual production because the strike is still ongoing. But
yeah.
They figure it would be at least a few months after the strike resolves.
Yeah.
So no date when it's going to show up on Netflix, but it is coming. And that's good.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, this next one. That's something to look forward to.
This is good too. Next,
We talked about this last week
we
too.
did, but this is a little bit extra for it.
I read something about this.
Yeah,
Ah,
the Highlander reboot with Henry Cavill apparently will retain the original Queen songs.
here we are,
Exactly.
born to be kings. I read a thing about this that said that because he's been asked, will the film feature the music of Queen?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure the thing that I read said, not in the way you think.
Yeah. His actual quote is yes, probably in a different way than you think. But
Yeah.
a hardcore yes.
Yeah, that's great. I mean,
So-
Princes of the Universe, by a landslide, is one of the best theme songs
Yeah.
of all time. So I
And how do you separate the two? Like, how do you separate that away from Highlander? You can't.
no, absolutely not. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. But like,
I love the soundtrack. I specifically went and bought this record specifically
Because of
because it was the Highlander music. Yeah.
nice. But yeah, good news there. So
Mm.
can't go wrong that way.
Even if they do it and they do it like, oh, it's a ringtone,
Or
and we've seen that done before in movies,
Yes.
right? Or it's on the radio so it's an in-universe joke.
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
as long as it's there.
Yeah.
The next one here, the new Blade reboot
Oh boy.
will be Marvel's second R-rated movie after Deadpool 3.
Well, this has come a long way from what, as recently as last week, there was talk about how at one point Mahershala Ali was basically on his way out the door,
Yeah,
with, having like, at one point it was going to be, he would have almost no screen time.
yeah,
How do you have a movie called Blade without Blade in it?
exactly.
So, but good to see that it's come back around, and now you say we're going to get an R rating on it.
Which is what he needs. Like, that's what worked about the first trilogy, right? With the Wesley Snipes
I just, for me,
killing vampires.
and this is under, oh, this is going to be under the MCU proper. So
Yeah.
what's funny is, like, I associate, well, that tells me something, because I always thought of Blade as being like a Spider-Man adjacent character,
Mm,
but
a little
that's,
bit.
well, from a legal standpoint, that's not true then.
No.
Otherwise, this would be a Sony movie.
True.
So, okay, good to know.
But yeah, like Blade I've always characterized him as like Ghost Rider adjacent.
Oh yeah, I would,
One of
yeah,
the Midnight Suns.
I think of him, sort of with Morbius.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
which is why I
Morbius is
think of
definitely
Spider-Man.
adjacent.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's, I think, how I kind of got
like 2 degrees of separation or something.
there.
Yeah.
Nolan with his yay. I think that was probably at my singing
Could have been for rating R.
or the R rating with the cry laughing emoji. It's probably the singing.
Maybe. But yeah, it's positive news for the film because it's weathered an onslaught of delays, writer changes, and
Wow.
reports
Oh,
of
there we go.
displeasure from its main star.
Well, displeasure.
Yeah.
That's putting it nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always Cottonmouth.
There is. Have you seen the new trailer for Echo yet?
I did watch it. Yeah.
And you remember how they were saying the studio thinks it's so bad they're thinking about not releasing it?
It can't be that bad.
After watching this trailer, I
Can't be
want
that
it
bad.
now.
What's interesting is that it time jumps, and so
It
definitely
does.
we get some stuff. Clearly, that's after,
Hawkeye.
yeah, in his office.
Yeah, and he's taking a shot to the head from her.
Oh yes,
But we're getting like some origin here. Like he sees her at a hot dog or ice cream cart or something,
yeah.
and the vendor gives her a hard time. He jumps out of his limo and beats the holy hell out of the guy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Vincent D'Onofrio is not physically that big.
I don't believe so.
Do we think he's put on weight for this?
Maybe.
And I don't want to say.
I mean, like the character in comics is a mountain.
yeah,
of a
he's
dude.
like inhumanly big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's definitely bigger in
he is
this.
imposing as hell.
He's bigger in this than he was in the Daredevil series. So I'm wondering if there's something going on there, prosthesis, to make
Maybe.
him, like you say, imposing.
Yeah, but he's definitely retained that violent aspect to him. Like, and it's walking that fine line between, violence and like so calm and collected.
I did like her character though, and I was intrigued. We talked about this before. when all the slew of Marvel shows was announced and sort of what that was going to encapsulate. And I liked her character.
Yeah.
I kind of hoped that she would find her way through Matt Murdock, right? Because they have,
a similar type
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Matt Murdock is confirmed to be in it. There is a really brief glimpse of him.
Yeah.
What looks like going toe to toe with her.
Yeah.
But there's question about that.
Which version is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is he
that
going to be in the red or the yellow?
Oh, the yellow. Oh, that's a good question too.
Because the lighting chosen for that scene is very yellow, very warm tones.
Sure.
But he is in shadow, so you can't really tell.
That's fair. Now, that being said, and they did say that the red suit's coming back for the upcoming season of Daredevil. Yeah. That the red suit.
We'll see.
Before he does the walk of shame.
That's right. We got a double tap this week for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. We got trailer number 3, which also included some behind the scenes stuff. And like we get some more monsters, we get some great shots of Godzilla. There is one particular scene where it shifts between Wyatt and Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
And it is friggin' seamless.
Yeah, as they're the same character.
It is eerie to see them go from like, here's the 50s version of them to the now version of them.
I am pretty excited for this.
It looks so good.
And Hank, who's not with us tonight, had asked about this. Is this like another reboot? And we sort of explained to him that no, this is within the not rebooted, I guess.
Are we calling it the Monsterverse?
That was a Universal thing. The Universal Monsterverse, but I guess so. We call it, yeah, sure, we'd call it the Monsterverse. Yeah. But this was in the same continuity as Godzilla, Skull Island, and King of Monsters.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that leads us to the other thing we got this week, which is the opening 3 minutes of the series.
Oh, damn, I didn't watch that.
Oh, you got to go watch this. It features John Goodman.
Yeah,
and he's reprising his role from Kong Skull Island.
Okay, so in the 1970s.
70s, yeah. And he's basically filming himself giving like an apology for what he's done, but he knows it secures his legacy.
Okay.
And then he gets chased and
by this spider-like thing.
It's a spider-looking creature.
Yeah.
And he runs down to the water's edge and tosses whatever this mystery bag is.
Gotcha.
Into the ocean.
Maybe the recording that he's just made.
No, it actually.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
Because he drops the camera and spider creature steps on it.
Oh,
I do think you should go watch it though, even though we're talking about it. But then this crab-like monster basically steps up and fights the spider thing.
Oh, wow!
Completely oblivious of him,
that's
just
cool.
Kind of like being a little ant dodging around.
Oh yeah.
And it
that's
looks
super
so
cool.
good.
I'm all in for it.
And again, we've linked to the show notes here. So
well, I will.
All these trailers are linked in the show notes.
As soon as we end the broadcast, I'll be watching it.
Yeah. But it does give you a little bit of a clue where this little satchel thing is going to turn up because that's how it time jumps.
Oh, okay.
So it does get picked up by a Japanese fishing trawler.
Interesting.
And
so it's it's Anakin's lightsaber for the show.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's stuck in a floating bag for 50 years.
Yeah. Cool.
But should be good. And then to stay on the Godzilla trend, we got trailer number 2.
Oh, for Godzilla -1. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's an English dub for this.
I think there will.
I hope there will be.
There's some interesting stuff coming out in this one. Like we get our first glimpse of him powering up to do his radiation
the atomic blast,
and his spikes are actually popping out of his spine.
That's cool.
And then when he goes to unleash, they
recede back.
Yeah,
that's
kind of
cool.
like a piston system.
That's super cool.
And then we get this great shot of him swimming under a warship there. And it's gonna be a great monster movie, I think.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the classic Godzilla films. No. But even like the Toho guy in a suit movies, the last few of them have looked pretty darn good.
Yeah. But they're leaning into the whole terror aspect of it, like humans versus an unstoppable thing.
As long as Tokyo's getting the snot kicked out of it.
Certainly looks like it. But
yeah.
We got a new shirt alert.
New shirt alert.
Spinning out of last week's episode with Major. Are you even?
Are you
Xting?
even Xting? We are no longer saying
Tweeting?
X, formerly Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
It's now X and Xting. There's no more tweeting. It's Xting.
Go X some posts before you have to pay $1.
That's right. That's right.
But this next one, we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Oh boy.
And it looks as cheesy as it sounds.
It does, yeah.
Bad CGI Gator.
Harkening back to the classic horror movies of the 1980s.
Yep.
A bunch of
So,
teenagers on a
college grads on spring break
yeah,
in
exactly.
a cabin. But once they do, they throw their you can kind of see it in the bottom one.
Tossing the laptop
They
into the
toss
lake.
their laptop into the lake, which electrifies this gator and causes it to mutate somehow.
Super Gator.
It basically, because it starts growing and it learns to fly.
Yeah.
So you know, you've got your horny teenagers running around getting eaten by this gator, and it is exactly what it says it is. Bad CGI.
All I could think of when I saw this was like, wait, is this going to be like the oh my god, what was it called? What was the Gator movie with Betty White?
Oh, Lake Placid.
Yeah.
That's tried to remain somewhat reality based, but
yeah. Except the like crazy size.
Well, you keep feeding it for that many years.
Yeah. Oh, Kim's chiming in. My lovely wife, Kimberly R. Scott, new merch. Heart emoji. I think it's hilarious. I hope that people will go for it.
Yeah, even if it's like direct to video, I'm still gonna watch this.
Bad CGI Gator.
Right,
yeah, I mean,
it's
it
right up
seems
there with Sharknado
sure.
and
yeah.
Anaconda and all those other great ones.
Well, come on, Anaconda had J-Lo.
It did, and Ice Cube.
That's true. Yeah,
and John Voight.
Also true. Yeah.
This next one, Nicolas Cage is confused by his spider fighting cameo.
I read this
in The
one.
Flash.
Yeah.
He says that the 3 hours he spent on set did not include scenes with a giant spider.
I think that's, goes back to that whole
it does.
Yeah, once you've done it.
Yep.
We've got the footage we need, so he's technically in it. Now we can just CGI the rest around it.
Yeah. And he's pretty sure that it is CG because he doesn't think it was done by AI.
Yeah.
He is quoted as saying they did put a lot of time into building the suit, and he thinks Andy Muschietti is a terrific director. Great guy, great director, and he loved his 2 movies, which is kind of weird because he's got more than that. But what he was supposed to be doing was literally just standing in an alternate dimension, witnessing the destruction of the universe.
And we did get some of that. We did get the pensive look.
Yeah, and I
so
think
it's
that's
not like they
didn't
actually use it. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, because he continues on. I had no dialogue, so he had to convey everything with his eyes, and he was only on set for maybe 3 hours.
This kind of, on some level, goes back to the Jay Garrick Flash thing. It's like, I don't remember showing up for that movie.
Yeah, but then they found out it was actually one of the
some
artists
crew guy. Yeah.
Put his face in on it,
but then I kind of go, was it?
Yeah.
Was it when the whole world goes, hey, that's the guy from the TV show, and the actor goes, I didn't show up for that movie.
Yeah. But Cage is also quoted as saying, I know what Tim Burton means. I would be very unhappy if people were taking my art and appropriating them. I get it. I mean, I'm with him in that regard. AI is a nightmare to me.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get more inhumane than artificial intelligence.
Again, though, I
So
mean,
it
what
just
do you
keeps coming back up, right?
What do you say though when it's like Tim Burton doesn't own Batman?
No.
Tim Burton doesn't own that version of Superman. It never even made it to the light of day.
Yeah.
When you sign on to do a movie, you don't own it. The studio owns it. So it's a really tough spot to be in.
Like, I hope he's not confused by the actual spider, because like we all know the story of the spider.
That was supposed to be part of that movie.
Yeah, it was Superman Lives.
Yeah.
Where he fights a giant spider,
which ended up getting recycled for the Wild West. Yeah.
Where Will Smith fought a giant spider.
A giant mechanical spider.
Yeah. But, it's different.
I'll say.
This next one here is good news for fans of Futurama.
I did watch the revival.
I
watched the revival
for 2 more seasons.
Not just 1, 2.
That's right.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So it recently just finished, I guess, its 11th season on Hulu, and now 2 more are on the way.
Disney Plus here in Canada.
Yep.
I kind of wonder if it's going to be the same thing. I think it's going to be 10 episode seasons.
Probably.
I suspect that they will be.
Yeah. But you know,
Kind of the standard for
I haven't
streaming
seen
shows.
all of the latest season, but I'm
It's
working
okay.
through it, and
It's okay.
you know, it's more of the same of
Yeah,
what I loved about the original.
It's formulaic for Futurama.
Yeah.
It doesn't reinvent anything or do anything that you wouldn't expect. It's solid.
Straight up Futurama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But another season 2 that's coming here. It's expected to enter production early 2024 if everything goes well.
Mm.
The Last of Us.
Oh, that'll make my wife happy.
It'll make Hank happy too.
Yeah, yeah.
I still haven't seen season 1, but
Vote for Pedro.
that's right. You know, it's been renewed for season 2 before season 1's finale aired. And even though the video game had spawned a sequel, now we're getting a season 2.
That's cool.
They're seeing here. We were able to map out all of season 2.
Oh, wow.
Also, I wrote and submitted the script for the first episode and sent it to HBO right before midnight of the WGA strike beginning.
At least that's
So,
what we're telling
yeah.
people.
Yeah, that's when he was.
That's what we're telling everybody.
But he's saying, I think it's becoming essentially a near certainty that we won't be able to start filming when we were hoping to start,
Wow.
which is upsetting. We're all raring to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody's on board for it, but can't go yet. Another shot for Elon.
Oh boy.
Sony is disabling Twitter integration for the PlayStation consoles, PS4 and PS5.
I read this yesterday and I laughed out loud. November 23rd. Sorry, November 13th. So we're talking like next week.
Yep.
If you were tweeting or Xing directly from your PlayStation device, no more. No more.
Yep. It will no longer function on the PS5 or PS4. And this includes the ability to view any content published on X.
Yeah.
And the ability to post and view content, trophies, and other gameplay related activities.
Isn't that something, eh?
Yeah. So they're saying that their decision to drop integration comes several months after Microsoft.
Yeah, I was going to say
on the Xbox platforms.
Yeah.
But Blizzard also removed Twitter from World of Warcraft back in February.
So it's everybody's jumping ship.
Yeah. I mean, the incredible drop last week in value. And now
did you just go back up for a second, because it's talking about like a reason for dropping the service wasn't provided, but noted that Blizzard elected to remove Twitter integration from World of Warcraft because the Twitter API made earlier this year are the likely reason, which previously had been free, but has now been replaced with a more restrictive option, basic access for hobbyists, basically coming in at $100 a month, or the pro tier for startups who are scaling their business that goes for $5,000 a month.
No.
Or the enterprise tier, which is probably where a company the size of Sony would land.
Yeah.
Starts at $42,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it.
No.
I don't need it. And that immediately made me think of what we do here at the podcast. I'm like, if we ever get to the point where we're actually making money at this, would we be sucked into something like that?
I don't know.
No, there's no way. No way.
Yep.
But yeah, so Sony dumping Twitter.
Jumping out.
Dumping X.
They're now X's.
Yeah. Sony and X are now X's.
One from Silver Spider here.
Oh, The Last of Us was great. Really looking forward to the new season.
Mm-hmm. We are getting down to the last couple items.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess this is the final call.
So if you're going to call, you should probably call.
Last call for the last call.
But, before we do that, the final Marvels trailer dropped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. It says, be there for the moment that changes everything. And that could be potentially huge.
Okay.
So basically, we're finding out that our Ronin accuser replacement here who's still sporting a hammer that looks to be holding that space.
Are we calling this a variant?
I'm thinking this is a multiversal variant. Yes.
Yeah, because that is sort of
Because
the crux of the whole
there's a
multiversal
hole
saga.
ripped in the universe,
Yeah.
and another universe is bleeding through.
The geometric shapes kind of WandaVision-ish.
WandaVision-ish and Guardians of the Galaxy when they actually punch their holes in to go skip.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Space there too, right? But Nick Fury, there's a line he says, "They're
right.
here."
So that
Who is here?
I'm glad you brought that up. There is a blink and you'll miss it moment where Monica is sitting on a chair and a white and red uniform with gold trim.
Is it white and red? Or is that a really revealing white outfit on a African-American actress? Who would be carrying some sort of white tails?
Seriously.
Circa animated X-Men 97.
Okay, because my biggest question was, who would that?
Because there's another blink and you miss it moment right there beside it, where a figure who is clearly a woman coming through some sort of portal.
Yeah.
Then he says, "They're here."
Who is
that?
It looks very much like the Rainbow Bridge.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But
man, there was some.
I was happy for this before. I'm stoked for this now.
There was some talk about potentially introducing
the X-Men.
The X-Men in this.
Now, keep in mind with that Shi'ar Empress Lalandra figure.
True.
They don't even need to introduce the X-Men. We're sticking in space. Let's just bring the Shi'ar in here.
Yeah.
Which then brings the X-Men right along with it.
That is so true.
Maybe.
Do you just go like balls to the wall and Starjammer it?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It opens this weekend, by the way.
It does. It opens Friday.
So I might be busy Friday night.
But yeah,
like means I'll have lots to talk about.
For them to say the moment that changes everything, what's going to happen, even if it's like a post-credit scene.
Now you got me looking. Now, if that is, that's a whole lot of reveal there. That's a butt cheek hanging out. Is that too much?
You know what? I don't know. If she was in her punk phase, maybe not. Because in the animated cartoon, it's not that revealing. It is a full white body or white or silver bodysuit.
That is true.
But wouldn't be the first time they've had revealing suits on the X team.
The gold trim, though, definitely jives. It definitely jives. And so does the red on some level. I mean, the X logos have been sort of red.
Yeah, typically red.
Man, you know what?
There's so many possibilities. It's like hard to narrow down here because that trailer last week that really emphasized the X. And now this, another reality bleeding into this one.
You know, the other thing that I had thought, I'm just looking this up quickly because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, was, and now I'm looking at it now. I don't think it is. I couldn't remember exactly what the quantum suits looked like in Endgame. And I thought, is this a multiversal Avenger bring everybody back?
Maybe. I
still can't rule that out.
No, at this point, you can't rule anything out.
Especially when they're talking about spending a boatloads of money to try and get
originals back.
Yeah. I'm excited enough for this. I quite enjoyed Miss Marvel as a series.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know why people harp on it.
It was good.
It was awesome.
It was good.
And like, there's a great shot in the trailer here where you get Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Spectrum all going at this new Ronin.
Is that is she going with the Spectrum?
She is going with Spectrum.
Not Photon?
I believe it's Spectrum.
Okay.
Don't quote me yet. But in this one frame, Captain Marvel has actually taken the hammer off her.
Yeah.
So that could lead to the whole her half-Kree sister arc where she becomes the new accuser.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. But again, like, is this just another version of the Space Stone from a different universe? Because that's what Ronan got a hold of the first time.
Makes you wonder.
And it's still the purple. It's still that.
Yeah. That familiar.
Yeah.
That's probably for our benefit, though, as the audience.
Because, like, in this trailer, they also bring up the fact that they defeated Thanos, but it's not over.
Oh yeah, even the long quote from, you get the line from Thanos, but my work is
not done.
Not yeah.
So is this just somebody else picking it up? We're getting some sort of invasion.
I don't know. Yeah,
it looks good though.
Again, though, if the baddies are filtering over, then the good guys got to filter over too. And I mean, we already had a taste of that with the the what do you call
Multiverse of
them?
Madness,
Yeah,
where we got the
yeah.
Illuminati.
With the,
in-
yeah, I was
in
going to say
there.
with the Illuminati. So it only makes sense that we explore that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go see it this weekend.
I'm hoping to.
There's probably an advanced showing on Thursday night.
Maybe. I'd be down.
Me too.
But sticking with this for just a second.
Yeah, sure.
This one passed by us earlier, but it popped up again because we're so close. Brie Larson a while ago shared photos from a pole dancing workout to show how she was getting in shape for the new movie.
Well, good on her for being able to do that, because there's just no way that
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, but she
I-
also went on to say that
I was going to say I read the thing, had no idea that she was asthmatic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she said through this training, it's been able to like make her stronger than she ever believed she was.
Well, I
possible.
mean, good on her. I mean, she's obviously doing something right.
Yeah. So she's like, ready to take the role, and
Well, we wish her luck.
Looking forward to this movie.
Again, you know what next week's going to be. We'll be talking box office, so
Yep,
so maybe I better go and support it with some of my own money.
I think so. That does bring us to
well,
our last
we've
item of
hit
night.
the end of the night where it's that time again, where Andy's out there in the aisles. He's hunting for you and I, so we can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting at Dollarama Toy Tip.
This week you're saving a bunch.
What do we got?
First up, we have the Sing 2 10-inch Singing Rosita plush, going for $5 at the Dollarama. It
Oh,
regularly
really?
retails for $21 and up,
Oh man,
and it sings. You press the little button, and
my
you get quotes from the movie.
my wife and my granddaughter watched the first one together quite a few times.
Have you seen part 2?
I have not.
Oh, you got to watch it.
Okay.
It's good. The other thing that popped up was Raya and the Last Dragon sets. So you get the doll and a dragon.
That was a while ago.
It was, but it's
I like that movie.
$5 for a fairly large set.
Wasn't that Aquafina?
I believe so.
I think the dragon was Aquafina.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this one's retailing on Amazon for $37.97.
Jesus.
So you are saving a bunch.
Yeah. That's
So,
cool.
Christmas around the corner. Now's the time.
That is cool.
So that's it.
Another jam-packed show this week. We've been at it here now for the last hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Solid thank you to everybody who hung out with us tonight. Just to let you know, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago about how dangerously close we were to the 500 subscriber mark over on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already had a look at the YouTube channel, why don't you go over to YouTube after the show's over? Check out the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. At 500, I think it's
pretty much
pushing for
given.
another giveaway at 500. We are so close. At today we're 475 before we went live tonight, so we're just 25 subs away. If you've got friends and family that you think would appreciate the kind of content that we're putting out there, maybe share the channel with them and see what happens. But again, we'll be here no matter what.
Yeah, we will. Back again next Tuesday with more random stuff.
Hank and I have put together our list of common.
Oh, excellent.
We have our common list of Black Series
Figures
action
to
figures,
unbox.
and I think we landed on 20. Where did I put it? I've got it here. I'm just going to open this up here while we're talking and do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15, 16, 17, 19. So we get 21 or 22 figures that Hank and I both have copies
Currently
of. Yeah. Those, it's my list, as you saw, was considerably longer than that. But those are the 20 odd figures that we both share that we will start working on our joint unboxings. I think those are going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to getting that in the pipeline. That being said, we will be back for more Random Fandom next week as we continue to enjoy our little break here from our ongoing review series until we get back to the next Star Wars show or other property that makes us get really excited to want to review it deep dive style.
Maybe What If?
It could be. It could be, especially if it's good. If it's really good, yeah. All right, listen, thanks a lot again. Thanks again for everyone for hanging out, and I hope to catch you next week when we do this again.
If you want to go check out any of the trailers we talked about, they are all linked in the show notes. So head over there and have a look.
Yeah, and take a look at our merch shop while you're at it. There's new designs getting added almost monthly for sure,
At least.
almost weekly. And we'll see everybody back here next week. So until then, everybody, for Fandom Power, my name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we'll see everybody on the next one. And bye for now. If I can find the button.
You can find the button.
Here we go. This time for real. Bye-bye, everybody.